And here we are back again. Today we're doing 20 first things to do in Wurm Unlimited. This is going to be a very quick list, so we may as well get into it. Number 1, find your direction. So at the spawn point that you spawn into on the map, there will be a little token in the middle, and you can look on the top of it and it'll have a compass on it. So you can look at it and see which direction in which you want to head. So if they have a map of the server linked on their website or something like that, you can know where you're going. Number 2, be close to water. You're going to need to drink. So if you have water, you also will be able to find number 3, which we'll get to in a second, but you're going to need water. You're going to need water to drink. You're going to need it to use for crafting and things like that, so find a water source. Number 3, find clay. Now, you're going to need clay for many things in the game. You need it for masonry and making stone walls and things like that, but most importantly, you need it to make a forge or an oven. So if you're going to be crafting, you're going to need that. So at least be close to clay so that you know that you can go get it. And in saying that, also be close to, know where you can find some sand as well. Number 4, raise digging. You're going to need to raise your digging because you can only dig 3 times your skill in digging. So if you have 20 skill in digging, you can dig a 60 slope. But as you start off, you obviously won't have that. So raising digging, digging dirt, dropping it, digging dirt, dropping it is a good way to raise your digging. Also, digging on things like clay and tar will be a good thing because they're also nice and flat, and you won't change the terrain with clay and tar if you're in the middle of it. Number 5, be close to trees. Now, this is a little bit of one, just a bit more of a convenience really, because you can pick sprouts and plant trees, but that's going to take a little bit of time. So when you're starting off, it's good to be close to trees so you can grab those logs and bring them back to deed that's not so far away, and you can get into your crafting and doing things you need to do. Number 6, find iron. Iron is probably one of the most important things in the game. It's used in so many different things, in crafting and everything. You're gonna need it. So the idea is to find iron. So now you've already raised your digging up, you've got to dig down through that rock. Depending on the server, it will depend on how far that rock layer is down. I think the default is about 60 slope down. So if you're trying to find that rock layer, start digging down. Number 7, drop your tent. It's a respawn point, it's a storage area, and it's also a place you can hitch a horse and things like a horse or a cow or a bull or things like that. It's very cool, and just means that you will have that spawn point. Also, go out and get some forage the ground and botanise, because you're going to need to make some healing covers and get some cotton. So, because if you get into a fist fight, you're going to need to heal up. Number 8, level up your prospecting. So when you're inside that mine that you've already created, just prospect the walls, and you need to get your prospecting to level 20. It's pretty quick on these type of servers because the skill gains are obviously a lot higher than on Wurm Online. So yeah, when you get to 20, we'll be able to see 2 tiles from the tile that you prospect and analyze. So it's a definitely good thing for finding iron, because on some servers there's not many rock layers, like you can't see any rock faces, so you have to dig. And usually on normal servers on Wurm Online, there's lots of rock faces where you can just prospect the outside and you can see if there's iron there, then mine in. But you may not have that choice on here, so just get that prospecting up so you can find that iron and other veins really quick. Number 9, plant the crops. Now, crops are used for so many things. You're going to need wemp fiber to make ropes. You're going to need cotton to make things like cloth tailoring, things like sails and bed sheets and cloth armor and things like that. So plant those crops early, and you're also going to need to eat, so you're going to need to be doing some cooking. So at the start you won't have too much of the crops, so you need to make a nice big area and get farming. Number 10, build tools. Now you're going to want to build yourself a new set of tools, because the ones that you get are not impables. So you need to get all the set that you already have, plus things like stone chisels and sickles and butchering knives and things like that. So yeah, build yourself some nice new tools. Number 11, make chain armor and make a weapon. Now chain armor is actually the easiest armor to make, because all you have to do is find iron. With cloth armor and leather armor, it's a little bit harder, because you need, obviously with cloth armor, you need lots and lots of cotton to get it going, and it's also not that great protection. And then leather armor, you obviously have to kill animals to get the leather and then build it up. And also chain armor has the best protection out of that. Now there is plate armor above that and some others which we won't talk about today because it's not really a starter thing, but it's a little bit harder to make plate armor as well. So chain armor is definitely a good start, and get into it because it's actually pretty cool. And also with a weapon, get a nice weapon. I would say for the weapon, just use a two-hander, because unless you're connected to a PvP server, a sword and shield is not really needed on PvE server. People will disagree, but on PvE, and I basically leveled a two-handed weapon because it does the most damage and pretty much not needed most of the time. Number 12, make a pottery jar, water skin, or a bucket. Now, these are the things that you'll need, especially if you're not making your deed next to the water. So a pottery jar is obviously made from clay. Water skin, you can make it from your leatherworking, and a bucket obviously is just carpentry. But you're going to need small nails to make that as well. So, and the bucket's a little bit bigger, but it just means that you'll have water and you'll be drinking all the time. Number 13, find a pelt. Now that you have armor and your weapons and you've imped them up a little bit, you are a little bit stronger. Your fighting skills are going to be hopefully getting higher. You're going to be able to go out there and try to kill three types of animals at least. First off, kill a wildcat, see if it's got a pelt on it. After that, a mountain lion, and then after that, a dog and a rat. Number 14, find a couple of horses and make a large cart. Now also with that, you could do this one before finding a pelt, because being mounted while fighting gives you an advantage with your combat rating. We'll talk about that in another video, but also means that you can hightail it if you need to, whereas if you're on the ground and you run out of stamina, you're screwed. Number 15, level mining in front of your crafts. Now, you got to keep that mining up, because you will not be able to imp your items any higher than the quality of the iron that you have. It can go a little bit further up depending on which tool or whatever you are using at the time. Say something is quality 20 or so, and your mining is only 20, but the imp tool is a file. You can imp it past 20, if you know what I mean. There's a detailed guide out there somewhere to look at. It's not here. Number 16, farm often and build a loom. If you farm lots, you get more skill. Obviously, it will be the farm option needs to come up in your crops. It just means that also in time, you'll get a better yield if you farm a little bit more. You pretty much only need to farm once before the harvest, but this is something that will raise your skill higher. Building a loom, great for making bed sheets, meditation rugs, and things like that. All different types of rugs, but you're going to need a loom to make sails as well. And if you want to get that sleep bonus happening, yes, you need a loom to make sheets to make the bed. Number 17, cut trees with your weapon. Now that your weapon is equipped, you need to activate it on your bar, and when you go to chop down a tree, chop it down with your weapon of choice, and that means that you can get up to 20 skill on that weapon. You can get it from cutting down trees, which is great for leveling your weapon skill. After 20, you won't be getting any skill from that, so you may as well just use your hatchet, but apart from that, it's a good way to get your skill up. Number 18, build a house and make a bed. We just spoke about making a bed, for God's sake. Anyway, build that house, because you can only build a bed inside the house. So even if it's a one-tile house, just build it. It's also a safe place for you, and you'll be able to get your sleep bonus in that bed. So when you go to sleep, you'll be topping up that sleep bonus, which sleep bonus means that when you turn it on, you'll be getting extra skill gains until you run out, and then you go to sleep and you make more sleep bonus. Number 19, imp those tools to cap. Imping's the best skill gain. So what you do is you make all these tools, but you got to really push the boundaries and imp at the top of the skill level to get better skill rate. And obviously you get a lot out of having imp tools and higher quality tools. You get action speed increases, you get better chance of imping to succeed, and at higher quality items damage less as well. So yeah, get out there and imp those tools to cap. Number 20, building a boat. Now, a boat's something that you probably need, especially if you live on an island, to transport stuff. So basically, when you've got your farming happening and you've got WEMP happening, and later down the track you're going to need to have cotton to make sails for different boats. But when you're starting up a rowboat, pretty much all you need to make is that mooring rope. That's the pretty important thing. So you can do it with a bit of farming and a bit of rope skilling skill. But yeah, you can make that boat in about 2 hours on one of these servers, so it's pretty good to get yourself around and transport logs if you really need to. So get out there and build a boat. Anyway, there we have it. There's the 21st things to do in Wurm Unlimited. Now, it's a pretty quick list, not that detailed, but there's obviously guides out there that can do better of explaining all these things. But I just wanted to put out a video that you can just quickly reference and tick off as you go of the 21st things to do. Now, it's in priority pretty much. There's a couple of places that you can flip the numbers around, but depending on your priority and where you're at. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe, because we're going to be doing more videos. And just remember that I have like 76 videos on Wurm Online, which is the daddy of Wurm Unlimited. So go check them out, and hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you later.